SW71 and I are rolling out somewhere to pick up a CTC15 a fellow collector purchased, and he can't get it. Let's see. So I'm just going to guide you. She's having trouble with her pronunciation.
Continue on California 27 south for 1.5 miles.
Check this out. This guy thinks I'm following him. He's all nervous. The navigation.
Turn right onto James Allen Circle.
It's not kind of.
Oh, he's really gonna get nervous now. Watch this.
See a roundie.
Oh yeah.
It's a lady, actually.
She's freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go around it.
Ah, there we go. Make sure you wave at her.
No.
She's freaking out. Now watch this. Let's just stop. Let's see. Are we there?
I want her to call the police.
I'll let her call the police. Just gotta kind of
in a van driving around in our neighborhood, and it's really scaring me.
What is this? A retirement community? Where? How much further?
You're gonna kind of go around this loop, and it's just gonna stay on this. You're gonna turn at the end there, and be there pretty soon. Do we have to get this off the second floor?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, go ahead. Look, there she is. She's all freaked out. Let's go blow her up. Here she comes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's on neighborhood patrol or something. She's on neighborhood patrol. Hi.
Hi, what are you filming?
Are you on neighborhood patrol?
A real good friend of mine is a electronic service technician, runs his own business. He took that TV in from the original owner. He replaced the picture tube at some point many years ago, and then about 15 years ago, I think the original owner just gave it to him. And he had it in his shop for a number of years, and I offered to take it on, and I used it for about 2 years. Loved the picture, but it started getting some age-related issues, so it needed new tubes and some overhauling of the power supply and stuff, and I just ran out of time for it. And it's I've had it pretty much in a closet for the last 10 years.
Cool.
But it's a great old set, and it's got a really rare cabinet. Not many people went for the Danish modern cabinet on these TVs.
Yeah, I like the wood at the bottom here.
Yeah, and it's all real solidly made. It's its original finish, and cosmetically, it's in good shape.
No, that's cool. That would be really cool to have as your backyard right there. That looks really neat.
Wow, the homeowners association has their own building.
Okay, so we're back at the house with the CTC15 and an unexpected windfall. We also got a 630 TS with the stand. It's in pretty nice shape. And I'll just pull the cover off inside. So we'll get the tube tester hooked up to the CRT and on both of these and see what kind of shape that they're in. Go ahead.
This is 21 GVP.
It's
a Colorama rebuilt from 1969.
21 GVP 22, 21 FJP 22A. And oh, it's kind of interesting. The paint. Get the CRT tester on it. Oh yeah, I bet this is a coming out. I bet this is done. Not that that's a guarantee, but 15s do tend to eat up flybacks. Now that looks like spray paint, and in fact one of the things we've noticed is that these guns tend to turn blue when they get a ton of hours on them, and I don't see that too bad. So if it's a rebuild with like 40 hours on it, it should test full smack at 5 volts. And it should come up pretty quick too. The green's coming up. Look at the way they're jumping around. Go up to 6.3 volts. Really?
Weird, huh?
No, that looks horrible for even 6.3 volts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's failing. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes and just run, and we'll see if it comes up. I didn't see that, so we got some kind of switch cut into the line here. So what did we think that this didn't work? Seems like it works, not that that means anything. Yeah, well, we've been on for how long? 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Like that? At 6.3 volts, and green is pretty good. Blue is acceptable. Red, they want to see above 0.8, closer to 1 milliamp. Let's drop it to 5 volts. Now, if it was a good tube, it would hold. It would hold up strong. You wouldn't even see any difference. And dropping at a volt is the same as life test, and you can see this is pretty tired. 40 hours. Maybe if it's life is 100 hours, it's got 40 hours on it. The other thing the Beltron has is it has an interrupt switch, which I'll wait for it to warm back up at about. You know what, this CRT sucks. This thing is garbage. This is worse than the one in the museum. The one when I put the one in the museum, it was about 0.7 on all of them at 6.3 volts. This thing's tired. I'll push the interrupt switch. You can see blue and red drop like a rock. Yeah, it's tired. There was some other TV I was working on that had a colorama in it, and it was almost dead too. So I'm not going to buy the 40 hours thing on this. Sorry, that's my opinion. Should we power it up, or should we? It's not my set, so I probably shouldn't, but with this looking in this condition, I'm curious to see if the flyback is any good. Okay, we're going to apply power. Ooh. Those filaments are coming up.
You know what? Pause that. Let me pull the cap off the... Okay, here we go. I got the
going back
cap
on.
off the horizontal output tube.
Should we open up the flyback cage?
Nah, there's... I hear something.
Got audio. Ooh.
Dude, it like arced inside the CRT, or I saw it. It arced down in there.
Ooh, I heard that.
Yeah, yeah. No, it arced. I saw it arc like inside the CRT.
Okay.
Like down in there. The high voltage came right up. Contrast tone. So, ooh, look at that. It actually looks, it's actually bright. Let me see where the CRT bias is set. Tell me if it goes darker or what. Does that make it darker?
No. Well, when it's not rolling, it's like a... It's almost like it doesn't have vertical.
Okay, hold on. I was moving the sharpening. Let me, hold on. Tell me what this does. Darker or brighter?
Seems like a little darker and blurrier.
Is that
darker again?
Okay, so he's got the bias all the way up. The vertical's running way too slow. I can hear it. Speed it up. There you go. Yeah. Ow.
All right.
Yeah. 13 kilohertz. You know, the cabinet's in decent shape. It's got some nicks. I like it because it's got some nicks here. But I like it because it's the low boy. What did he call it? Danish something. It's small. It's not a really big TV. It's pretty small. So yeah, this was the extra added bonus gift. That had to come home with me. .630 TS. Well, what do we want to call this? The Bill Cahill Special. That's right. This is a Bill Cahill Special. And we'll let him try and moderate this.
There's no way to cut this thread
Yeah,
off.
try and shut this one down, Bill. It's even got...
So in order to test the CRT, we're going to have to remove this metal cover, which we're doing now.
Yeah, you kind of have to hold this one cockeyed because the 10BP4 has 2 pins and this only has... I should just drill another hole on this, but I'm going to just hold it on there and we'll get a test on it.
I don't know about the 40 hours. We're pretty much in agreement that tube probably has 4,000 hours.
Well, or it has some air in it, which if it has the metal pinch-off nipple is very possible.
And, well, we're not getting a lot of... I'm going to bring this down.
Yeah, back it off a tad. These things tend to kind of wake up a little bit more than the color ones. but this one,
It's dropping, is it?
yeah, well, you brought it down a little bit.
Wow. So it's kind of a, I would say, well, we'll see, but a sleepy.
You know what? This is pretty tired,
Yeah.
but I got other 10 BP4s around here, so I'm not.
So this one was probably retired due to that at some point.
So taking a look at the 21 something 22.
Now we're thinking it has more like 4,000 hours on it. Or a little air got in.
Yeah, add a few zeros to the price and delete a few zeros from the hours on the CRT. Seems to be the way people roll. This video is already so out of control. It's this whole. So we see a little bit of discoloration in some of these. Like maybe there's been heat applied quite a bit. The thought was, or the, where's my screwdriver? The observation has been that this turns kind of a bluish brown over a high number of hours from the heat of the filament, like the bluing of the metal. And they're a light tan. So, how are we doing over here?
But that would still give you a usable picture.
Yeah, but it would be all cloudy and the faces would smear and there would be a lot of blowout.
We're not going to go there. This is a family channel still. Barely, but...
Okay, so I brought the Super Mac out because I don't want to totally condemn the 40-hour thing, and I also want to apply a cutoff and see if maybe we get some blue sparkly lightning thingy going and
you
just show. Well, no, let me check for shorts. No shorts. Okay, here's cutoff. Blue looks good, green looks good, red looks good. So they all meet cutoff. That's cool. See, of course, the stupid CRT tests good on this tester. Let's go back here and drop it down to like 5 volts on the filament. See where we are.
You will need a plug for doing this, so just keep that in mind.
A plug?
Right here, this plug.
Yeah, so blue crashes out on this CRT tester too at 5 volts. Red seems okay. Yeah, blue is crappy. Green is good. Red is a little weaker, so it's basically the same result.
Description. Okay, it has an NOS picture tube with approximately 40 hours of use on it.
Sure.
Not sure about that. The Danish cabinet is nice. Okay, this set comes with a nearly complete set of extra tubes. All tested good or new, along with a service schematic. So, we haven't seen that yet, but supposedly they're going to be shipped out.
That's not what you heard. That's not what you think you
I
heard.
heard that they couldn't. I don't know either. Well, first we heard they were looking for them, and then I thought I heard that maybe not. But we'll see what happens. So I'm not sure about NOS. That discoloration on the cap there.
No,
really,
that's spray paint. What tells me that it's not NOS is this, and it's hard. It's really hard to see it in this light, but the shading of that metal. I don't know if you can see how that metal's turned blue.
Okay. That
Right there, you can see it right there.
If that's oxidation turning it blue.
No, it's not. It's just metal discoloration from heat. I mean, you can see the filament just blasts on that right there, and it's just.
Well, they probably spent a substantial amount of money, put a new tube in it, and then got their money out of it. In those days, you know, TVs weren't cheap. And you fixed it, you used it, and then you moved on to a new set. But NOS, we really expect to see full.
Yeah, I mean, it won't even reach cutoff on any gun at 5 volts.
Yeah, they really expect it to test like a new tube. So don't know what happened there.